I'm sure most of you guys have heard of the rumors that vaccines can cause autism in children when they're given. But I am here to dissuade you from that thinking and tell you that there is no scientific evidence that there is a link between autism and vaccines. And through this speech I'm going to show you that how the rumors were started, that might be the case, the scientific proof that isn't the case, and the problems with anti-vaccine sentiments. And so this topic, I hope most of you guys will be able to listen to and actually take something away from it, because anybody who has a child or who thinks that they might have children in the future should need to know this, so that they will be able to vaccinate their children with peace of mind. It all started back in 1998 when a doctor named Dr. Wakefield in the UK was doing a scientific study on some children who had behavior disorders, and 9 of the 12 children had autism. And in each of the children, he found that they had inflamed bowels, and studied the inflammation and saw that it was caused by the MMR vaccine. Well, he had no... he wasn't able to figure out anything else, except he came up with a theory that the inflammation in the bowels released a toxin, which then traveled into the bloodstream and then traveled into the brain and caused autism. But this was purely a theory and had no evidence. But the government in the UK grabbed a hold of it and put an immediate stop to all of their vaccines for the MMR. And that, and thanks to the World Wide Web, globally there was now a fear among parents that their child could get autism if they were vaccinated from these diseases, particularly the MMR. But one of the leading pediatrician advocates states that it's not hard to scare people, but it's extremely hard or difficult to unscare them. And hopefully in the evidence that I'm about to give you, you'll be able to put your mind at rest. The thimerosal, which is the preservative inside of the vaccines, particularly the MMR, was initially what everybody was afraid of. So doctors did or scientists, probably both, did studies on thimerosal and the mercury inside the thimerosal, and found out that it wasn't even the kind of mercury that most people are afraid of because of the toxic properties. Because most of your parents probably told you, don't drop that thermometer, it's got mercury in it, that's bad. It's not even that kind of mercury that they use as a preservative, it's a different kind. And also the half-life of that particular mercury, which half-life just means that it gets out of your body really quickly. It's got such a short time span that it's in your body, it can't even, if you were to continually take doses, couldn't amass a toxic level in your body. So that should make you feel better, because you don't even take that shot more than once. It's just once and you're done. Also they did studies on the bad kind of mercury, and they have yet to be able to prove any link between even the worst kind of mercury causing autism. But however, on the other side of the scientific search for truth is the fact that there is significant evidence to suggest that genetic predisposition is the major factor in the cause of autism. Just genetic, you get it from your parents, handed down, and there are no environmental factors. Also, if that doesn't take your fear of vaccines away, they have just altogether stopped using thimerosal as a preservative, and they've switched to another one. So you shouldn't even fear that if you weren't persuaded by the evidence. And my last point in this is that no vaccines, if our country were to switch and be persuaded that vaccines were bad, then there would be a resurge of the deadly deadly diseases that we were trying to vaccinate against in the first place: measles, mumps, rubella. These diseases are proven to kill people, and in a very violent and just horrid way. And if we were to stop using vaccines, this is what our world would come to. Children would start dying, and no child dies from autism. So in conclusion, I just would like to tell everybody that vaccines are not the problem. They're not causing autism. They are there, and they are helpful to humanity to continue our existence and keeping our children alive and healthy. And so hopefully, based on the telling you how the rumors got started and the scientific evidence and the problem with people having vaccine sentiments, I just hope that you've been persuaded to get your children vaccinated. And thank you.